Hi, I'm Eric at Ups and Downs Miniature Zebu Ranch in Citra, Florida, and this is Florida Natural Farming. So today I'm gonna talk about electromagnetism, light energy, and morphic resonance. How they're all interconnected. So my friend Walker Bennett from Facebook or Domestead on YouTube, my social media friends, sent me a link on Morphic resonance, which I've always been following. Rupert Sheldrake and his son, who's a mycologist, and was fascinated by the whole concept of morphic resonance and totally believe in it. It's the belief that the theory that information is stored, like all of our knowledge is stored outside of our brains, in the our surroundings, and that ESP is a real thing, that we generate fields of energy that other people can feel, or other beings like plants can feel. And I am a firm believer in this, and I just know that it's true. And when I feel something is true, I just know it is. That's what's led me on this journey of understanding nature and growing plants in nature, and my whole quest to understand what's going on and to learn how to grow better food, healthier food that's good for the environment and good for our health. So I've been with my partner for 39 years, and it was like instant chemistry. This is the Black Sink Prairie surrounding this property. We're on an island here. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Alligators and stuff. And I don't know, it's instant attraction, and we've maintained that for 39 years. There's some ups and downs, of course, in all relationships, but they have green eyes, and I think maybe that was my first attraction. The color green has always been my favorite color, and it seems that children that are taught in classrooms that are painted green learn faster. And I guess most geniuses, their favorite color is green, supposedly. But I always knew green was my favorite color. My brother's was blue, and I never bothered asking my sister. But definitely green has always been my favorite color. And it turns out that the color of green that you see sends energy that elicits molecular excitability in our cells, which in turn creates chemical reactions that speed up metabolism and helps inflammation. So there is a reason why green could be somebody's favorite color, because it speeds up metabolic processes and is beneficial. And I've always enjoyed being surrounded by nature, and it comes back from it started when I was a child, growing up in the redwood forests of northern California along the coast, Mendocino. I always sought out large old growth redwood patches of forest, because they're just scattered patches here and there because of all the excessive logging they did. And it's always been part of who I am, wanting to be surrounded by trees, and that's what led me on this journey to this place here in Citra, Florida, Ups and Downs Miniature Zebu Farm. because of this old growth oak forest that is here. So morphic energy or morphic resonance, my partner and I have a lot of times have the same dreams, even when not exactly the same, but they will dream of flying because they were an aviator in the military, and they'll dream of flying, and I will be dreaming of taking a flight somewhere, or they'll be dreaming that they're working in a hospital for some reason, doing electrician work or something. I don't know, something weird like that. Or taking an elevator in a hospital, and I will be at a doctor's office. So I know that morphic resonance is a true thing because of my long history of unexplained coincidence phenomena that happened. And so I like to constantly learn and for the purpose of understanding how to grow, basically, which led me on a health journey and getting my own health in order and my microbiome in order, and then discovering that the microbiome is affected by what you eat. And so totally watching what I eat, and we're vegan, and being strict about it has improved my cognitive abilities. And it was almost like a light went on when I got my gut health in order. And surely the green plants cause the biology to become excited, which in turn speeds up our metabolism. So there's so many different studies that have been done on the power of prayer on plants and the ability to aid in the growth and life of a plant from humans. But humans emit red light, and plants absorb red light. It's how they get photosynthesis from the sun. And so we're naturally communicators with our surroundings. And so prayer with the glow of our red light, because that's what we have, with our electromagnetic field we provide, is a morphic resonance that is plant enabling and in turn communally beneficial to us because of the green that they reflect back to us that speeds up our metabolism. And in an old growth forest, you get the whole system's benefits of smells, sounds from the birds. When you have healthy soil, you have better electroconductivity of the soil, because, and that enables electromagnetic fields to reach out further and function better. Just like electricity can move through the soil, so can electromagnetic fields. And the way you get your soil to have better electrical conductivity is by increasing the EH potential of your soil. Just like the pH is important, the EH is important, and it's all influenced by microbial life. So I believe that all life does generate, well, I know it generates its own power and energy and its own morphic field, even no matter how small the life is. But you need that life in order to have a morphic resonance of information to pass between beings that are dissimilar. Diversity, that's what you want. When you have compacted soil, you don't have microbial life in the soil, and because the microbes is what builds the pore space. The pumped up bodies of the microbes in the soil that then break down and create soil aggregation that allows water and air to move through the soil, water and electricity to move through the soil. So it's all interconnected, all this soil, plant, morphic resonance, electromagnetism, and light energy is all capable because of diversity of life and our belief. So there's so many people that are Christian out there, but other religions kind of have the same, or do have the same types of philosophies. So Christians believe that I'm Christian. I've had to go to church and communion and all that stuff growing up, and I just don't talk about it. But Christians believe that God created man in their image. Well, God is the creator, so we're the creator of our own environment and our own reality. And that's what morphic resonance is visualization. So many people can't understand how I can walk away from Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm, something that I created. But this property called to me somehow, and everything lined up for us to get it. And I can just be at Frog Valley Farm and FaceTime my partner when they're outside, and just seeing the pictures through the iPhone, I can get the green energy benefit, the green light energy from just seeing this place. Gets me excited and longing to come back here. So there is a draw to it. Unfortunately, people don't really understand that they're exposed them. So what they expose themselves to and expose their plants to will affect their cognitive abilities. Not directly, but what you surround yourself by, the diversity, the amount of diversity of natural beings and life can greatly influence your health. And that's why when people get in groups and social interaction of humans is important, is because the electromagnetism between the individuals can be shared and passed through to each other, and they can pick up on energy and energize your metabolism. So there's so much truth to stuff that they say that's so unexplainable, but really can be explained. And a lot of it has to do with colors, sound, and smell, because bird sounds is much more soothing than car noise sounds. They cause different vibrations. I think morphic resonance that you project out from our beings, so our red light energy is going out from our bodies, and our light from our eyes, because our eyes reflect back red light. So when you're looking onto a plant, or you're looking out into your landscape, there's these things called spinors, S-P-I-N-O-R-S, that go in all directions, and then when they hit something, they generate back wavelengths. I don't know, it's very abstract thinking, but it seems to be what people want to hear when they tune into this YouTube channel. I noticed from my I planted 100 Madruno seeds, viewers that people aren't really tuning in to see what I'm growing. They're more tuning in to hear what I have to say. And the more complex and bizarre it is, it seems like the more people want to hear. So that's why I'm doing this on electromagnetism and look at that cayenne pepper. Electromagnetism and color, light energy, and morphic resonance. So when you see somebody that has, that you're like, somebody walks in a room and everyone's attracted to, or do they just have this energy about them that you can feel? I think that has to do with the state of their health more than anything. And if you're attracted to people that are looking sad or have negative energy, it probably has to do with past experiences and the information that you received in your life that you are attracted to that damaged person. You can relate to a damaged person and somebody that's sad, whereas somebody that's happy and positive and full of life might turn some people off. I've always been attracted to happy people, fortunately. I've learned to not collect friends that have an energy that is depressing and downtrodden, especially if they're unable to pivot and look at their diet to try to cure their mood, because I know that that has a lot to do with people's moods. It's being proven. Here's our little miniature zebus. Miniature zebus have amazing energy. Anybody that's spent time around them knows that all you have to do is, the worst mood, if you're in a horrible mood, is go around. I can go around my little cows, my little Pepsi, and hug her, and I just feel so much better after I come back, happy and energized. And they just have an energy about them, a good aura, that they hum when they're happy. And I think that hum is vibrational energy that causes your molecules in your body to become excitable and release chemicals that are pleasant for us. And a lot of the noises they make are a lot of the chants that they do in Indian the humming and stuff that they do in Buddhist teachings. My Pepsi does that when she hugs me. So our little bull calf Hank, he's getting quite big, but the cows have to be unstressed. It's very important that the cows are unstressed like the humans are unstressed, because a stressed cow is not going to give off the same energy as a happy, unstressed cow. And guaranteed, you want everyone to be happy. So you don't want to, in farming, today's farming, they try to eradicate microbes and pathogens that are plant detrimental, rather than having the right mix of microbiology in the soil that will create a homeostasis effect in the microbiology and be plant beneficial, rather than let the plant pathogen turn into a antagonist to the plant. So when they kill off diversity of soil microorganisms with the use of fungicides, herbicides, and pesticides, and use pollutants like NPK fertilizers to grow food, they limit the diversity of soil microorganisms. They compact the soil, and the life-giving essence of the whole system, of the healthy ecosystem that the plant is growing in, creates a food that is basically unhealthy for us. So it's a pollutant to us once the plants consume the pollutants that you're using on the soil to eradicate so-called pathogens. But if you built up diversity through the use of seeds in your soil, then the plant pathogen like powdery mildew would be balanced out and wouldn't be a plant antagonist. And yet it would still be there to create a balanced system. I'm sure that intent, so if your intent is to kill things, you're putting information into the system that is negative and isn't going to promote life. And that's exactly the opposite of what you want to do. So you want to welcome all life and have it balance itself out. And the way to do that is with diversity, planting seeds and using clean fertilizers, having clean water. So this is my little dry farm experiment on my riding arena. The potatoes got a little affected by the cold, but they're coming back. But the arugula in here is popping up. The soil is so scant in here, and it's compacted, and there was no life basically in here. There's some weeds growing in here now, but this was my first area I've done, and it's doing okay. Some of the radishes are quite large and probably very woody, but they're huge. I'm leaving them right there. Some of them look okay, not woody at all. But no water has ever been given to this. I get people that reach out to me on email, and they post on TFF, but I really don't like to go on that because for some reason, no matter how many videos I do, people still think that I water. And my intent is not to try to confuse people. My intent is to try to show people the positive effects of healthy growing, not only through me, but through the plants we grow. Unfortunately, this doesn't have a huge built-in food forest yet, but I wanted to show this right from the start. What it would look like and how well it did. And one of the things I wanted to do was to show that dry farm vegetables are possible. So probably if I put much more compost down, because I only mix a little tiny bit of zebu manure in with this very thin sand layer. It's like, this is actually thick here where it's like 2 inches. But this is a professional riding arena that horses have been riding on. It was compacted clay, and then it had a layer of sand put over 2 inches. Parts of it are just 1 inch, and then when I put these rows, I put holistically grown zebu manure down and mixed it in the soil just a little bit, like a bucket's worth for 2 rows. One of those buckets. Yeah, it's a plastic bucket. I shouldn't use it, but it's hard to get away from plastics. There's all this plastic fence here. This is all pollutants that can hinder your plant's ability to function optimally, metabolically. So, because just like when people grow in black plastic pots, because a lot of tropical fruit tree growers, that's what they do. They collect, I'm going to hold it in a pot until I can afford a piece of property. But you're just creating a plant that probably is never going to give you an optimal fruit for your health. no matter how many changes you put it through. It just, the DNA gets, or the mitochondria gets damaged. And once the mitochondria gets damaged, it doesn't repair itself. It becomes part of the plant's phenotype, which it's a shame that people just don't understand that, and they still use the old way of growing. That's all. This stuff has been elucidated thanks to AI. It's going to really speed up the whole biological farming principles. This is the way you have to grow. There's no, if you can't see that, then probably your diet is compromised and your gut microbiome diversity isn't there, and you're unable to think more abstract and be more creative in your thinking, and only go to public forums, anonymous public forums for information, and function as a herd that's just going over a cliff. But I like to spend time in forests and surround myself with healthy people, and bathe in the green of the forest. That's why forest bathing is so beneficial to us. It does affect our energy. It speeds up our metabolism and helps with inflammation, because the molecules get excited, which trigger chemical reactions. And if all your mitochondria is mostly undamaged, which unfortunately probably most people's mitochondria has been damaged because of all the pollutants we have in our system. But if you can repair your gut health and through your diet, and you know to eat clean food, holistically grown clean food, and you can recognize what pollutants are. Plastic is a pollutant, probably the worst pollutant there is. Fire retardants on our furniture are pollutants. They are moved through the air. We breathe them in. They damage our mitochondria. They get in our water. We drink them. They damage our mitochondria. We eat them in our foods we eat at restaurants, and they damage our mitochondria. And you have to recognize all these things. But if you're able to get to a point where your microbiome in your gut is functioning optimally, you can tell by your energy levels and the way that you're able to think more clearly and not have brain fog. And if you open your eyes and you believe, probably the world is your oyster. And that's where a lot of intuition comes back. And the information is there. If you allow the information to come into your mind, it will reflect off the surroundings that you surround your exposome that you surround yourself by, and it will enter your consciousness. I believe that's what has happened to me. I have been on a quest to understand what's going on with growing and how to become a better grower and how to help Florida. And this is the path that it led me on, and it brought me to this amazing spot. And I love it here. I love Florida. I think it's just so amazing. And I know that these trees wanted me here to try to start the healing process by rebuilding the understory of this old growth oak forest. And that's what I'm on my path to do. And the bananas was my first wave, and the garcinias are going to be my next. And I know intuitively that that is what they want, the whole system wants. Anyway, little different video today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Eric, and I'm at Ups and Downs Miniature Zebu Ranch in Citra, Florida. And that was my video on electromagnetic energy and light and color energy and the importance of what you surround yourself by, your exposome for your own health and to increase your intuition and your morphic resonance. Anyway, have an excellent day. Thanks for watching. And the video doesn't want to stop.